Hello students, welcome to the 9th video of trigonometry. In the previous video, in the 8th video of trigonometry, we have derived all these formulas. Okay, all these formulas we have derived. If you want to go see the derivation of these formulas, please go watch my previous video first. Okay, so after deriving all these formulas, let us do example problems from the textbook. First one is find the values of sine 75, cos 75, tan 75, cot 75 degrees, of course. Okay, so we need to find the value of sine 75 degrees. So sine 75 degrees. See, we'll use this formulas. Sine 75, we can use sine a plus b, or we can use sine a minus b. What will happen if we use sine a minus b? Let us see. See, if you use sine a minus b 75, can we write it as 90 minus 15? Yes. Okay. So if you expand this sine 90 minus 15, it will be sine a cos b. So it will be, see, this is a minus b, sine a minus b, right? So in place of a, 90. So we have sine a, sine 90 cos b, cos 15 minus cos a, 90 sine 15. But we don't know what is cos 15 and sine 15, right? Okay. So 90 minus 15 will not work in this, right? So this formula will not work. And we have sine here. So we have sine in only these two formulas, right? So sine a minus b will not work. So a plus b. Let us check a plus b. How can we write sine 75? Can we write it as 45 plus 30 or 30 plus 45? Okay. So this is sine a plus b now. A is equal to 45, b is equal to 30 degrees. Alright. So if you expand sine a plus b, it will be sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. So let us expand this. Sine 45 plus 30, sine 45 multiplied by cos 30. See, when we are writing 45, the next time it will be cos 45. Now we wrote sine 45. Here it will be cos 45 and sine 30. We know what is cos 45. It is 1 by root 2. Cos 30, root 3 by 2. Plus cos 45, 1 by root 2. Sine 30, 1 by 2. So 1 into root 3 is root 3 divided by 2 root 2 plus 1 into 1 divided by 2 root 2. Denominators are same. Write it once. Root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. So this is the value of sine 75. Okay. So how did we write 75? We wrote it as 40 plus 30. Same way here. Cos 75, cos 45 plus 30. Okay. And expand using this formula. Alright. Okay. So what is sine 75? It is root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. Okay. Now let us find out what is cos 75. Alright. Cos 75 degrees. We can write 75 as 45 plus 30. Right. So what is cos a plus b now? See, this is a. Okay. And b is 30. A is 45, b is 30. Cos a plus b is cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Cos a plus b. Cos a cos b minus sin a sin b, right? So let us substitute the values. So a is how much? 45. B is 30. A is 45. B is 30. Okay. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Sin 45 1 by root 2. Sin 30 1 by 2. So what do we have? We have root 3 divided by 2 root 2 minus 1 by 2 root 2. So denominators are same. Write it once. Root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. Same thing but with minus sign here. Right? So root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2 is cos 75 degrees. Okay. Alright. Let us find tan 75 degrees now. Tan 75 and cot 75. Now you got the idea how to find these values, right? Okay. Using the same way, we can find what is sine 15 also. Same method, sine 15, cos 15, tan 15, cot 15. How can we write sine 15? We can write 45 minus 30. 45 minus 30 is how much? It is 15 only, right? So expand this using a minus b and substitute the values, we'll get sine 15 value. Okay, so I'm leaving that for you. Sine 15 degrees, cos 15 degrees, tan 15, cot 15 degrees. Okay, all right, so let us find tan 75 now. Tan 75 is tan 45 plus 30. Tan a plus b formula, tan a plus b is tan a plus tan b divided by 1 minus tan a tan b. Okay, you can do that. So what is tan a? Tan 45 plus tan b divided by 1 minus tan a multiplied by tan b. Sorry, tan a is 45, right? Tan 45 multiplied by tan 30. Tan 45 is 1. What is tan 30? It is 1 by root 3 divided by 1 minus, this is 1, this is 1 by root 3. Okay, so the numerators are like this, 1 by 1 plus 1 by root 3, 1 by 1 minus 1 by root 3. So denominators are different, multiply them and cross multiply. 1 into root 3 will be root 3 plus 1 here, whole divided by root 3 minus 1 by root 3. Root 3 will get cancelled. What do we have? We have root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus 1. So this is root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus 1. Okay. See, there is another method of finding this tan 75 value. What is tan? Can we write tan as sine by cos? Sine 75 divided by cos 75? Yes. What is sine 75? Sine 75 is root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2 divided by cos 75. Root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. Root 2 root 2 2 root 2 cancel. We'll have root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus 1. Okay. Same thing. Okay. How should we find cot 75? Cot 75 we can write as cot 45 plus 30. Okay. Or you can use cot 75 is equal to cos, because cot we can write it as cos divided by sine. Alright. What is cos? Cos 75? Root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2 divided by sine 75 is root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. 2 root 2, 2 root 2 will get cancelled. Finally, we'll have root 3 minus 1 divided by root 3 plus 1. Okay. I hope this is clear. You find using cot 45 plus cot 30, cot 45 plus 30, use this formula. Okay, you will get the same answer, root 3 minus 1 by root 3 plus 1. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, if 0 is less than a and b is less than 90 degrees, and cos A is 5 by 13 and sin B is 4 by 5. We should find the value of sin A plus B. Okay, what do we mean by this? It means angle A and angle B are acute angles. Okay, less than 90 degrees. Alright, so we have cos A is 5 by 13. See, we need to find sin A plus B. What is sin A plus B? If you expand sin A plus B, it will be sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, right? So we are given cos A, so this term is given, cos A is given, and sin B is given, sin B is given. We don't have cos B and we don't have sin A. We need to find sin A and cos B from this given information. Okay, how should we find that? See, cos A is 5 by 13. Can we find the value of sin A? Yes, you can draw a right angle triangle. Alright, if A is here, B is this, C is this, theta. So we know cos A is adjacent by hypotenuse. So this is adjacent, this is hypotenuse, right? Okay, if you find the third side using Pythagoras theorem, it will be equal to this is hypotenuse, 13 is hypotenuse. Okay, opposite will be 12 if you use Pythagoras theorem and find, or you can use an identity. Okay, which is sine square a plus cos square a is equal to 1. Now we need to find the value of sine, right? Sine a. So it will be 1 minus cos square a. Cos square is sent on the other side. So what will be the value of sine a? Sine a will be root of 1 minus cos square a plus minus. Okay. So if we are given cos a 5 by 13. If we substitute 5 by 13 here, we'll get the value of sine a. So plus minus root of 1 minus 5 by 13 whole square. So this will be 1 minus 25 by 169. 5 square, 13 square, right? You can write it like this. This is 169 minus 25 by 169. 144. Okay, this will be 144. 144 divided by 69. 144 divided by 169. 144 root is 12. 169 root is 13. So we'll have plus minus 12 by 13. So this is sine a value. But a is in the first quadrant, right? So sine cannot be negative. It should be plus. So what is sine a now? Sine a is 12 by 13. Okay. In the same form, in the same way, let us find cos b. Okay. See, sine b is given to us. Okay. So can we write sine b? Sorry, if you want to find cos b, can we write it in the form of 1 minus sine square b under root? Yes. Plus minus will come, but b is less than 90, right? So I am not writing minus sign. So this is root of 1 minus 4 square 5 square, right? So this is 1 minus 16 by 25. So this is 25 minus 16. 25 minus 16 is 9. 9 by 25. So this is 3 by 5. Okay. So sine b is equal to how much? 3 by 5. And we have, sorry, cos b is 3 by 5. Sine b is 4 by 5 and cos b is 3 by 5. Okay. So let me rub this. Cos b is 3 by 5. Alright. We got all four terms now, right? Sine a is there, cos b is there, cos a, sine b is there. So let us substitute the values. Sine a 12 by 13 multiplied by cos b 3 by 5 plus cos a 5 by 13 multiplied by sine b 4 by 5. Okay. Now denominators are same, 13 into 5. This is 36 plus 20. So this is 56 divided by 65. Okay. So this value is how much? 56 divided by 65. Alright. I hope this is clear. Okay, we have an interesting problem now. Prove that sine square 52.5 degrees minus sine square 22.5 degrees is root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. Okay. Alright. Now, see, if you add this 52.5, 22.5, that is 52.5 and 22.5. Okay. How much do we get? 7, 8, 85, right? If we subtract that, see, this will be 85. Do we have sine 85 something? Sine 85 degrees? No, little difficult to find out it. What if we subtract this? 52 and a half, that is 52.5, 22.5, 30 degrees, right? So sine 30. Okay. Sorry, 52 and a half, 22 and a half will be 75 degrees, right? I told 80 degrees. I'm extremely sorry. This will be 75 degrees, right? Yes, we know 75, right? So addition is giving us 75 and subtraction is giving us 30 degrees. Okay. So we need to write this as addition and subtraction. So just see, we have learned all these formulas, right? Sine square a minus sine square b. It is something like sine square a minus sine square b, right? if you take a as 52 and a half, b as 22 and a half, it is sin square a minus sin square b. Do we have sin square a, sin square b anywhere? Here, see, I told you to learn the formulas, remember the formulas in both the ways, from this, from LHS to RHS, from RHS to LHS. Now it is sin A minus sin B. So can we write that as addition and subtraction? If we add this, we are getting 75. If we subtract this, we are getting 30 degrees. So sin 75 multiplied by sin 30 will be the answer. Okay, let us find out. See, we know sin square A minus sin square B is equal to sin A plus B multiplied by sin A minus B. We wrote this formula in the reverse way now. Okay, so this sin square 52 and a half minus sin square 22 and a half is equal to how much? Addition and subtraction. So if you add this 52 and 22, 75, just now we did it, multiplied by sin. If you subtract 52 and a half, 22 and a half, it is 30 degrees, right? So just now we found the value of sin 75. Okay. Suppose if you don't remember the value of sin 75, how will you simplify that? How will you find sin 75? Sin 45 plus 30 degrees, right? A plus B, sin 45 cos 30 plus cos 45 sin 30, sin A plus B expansion, right? So this is 1 by root 2, this is root 3 by 2 plus 1 by root 2, and this is 1 by 2. So we'll have root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. So this is how much? Root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. If you remember what is sin 75, you can directly write. In case if you don't remember, you can derive the value like this also. Okay. We know sin 30 is 1 by 2. So this will be root 3 plus 1 divided by 2 2s are 4 root 2. So we needed to prove that. Okay. Sorry, this is 4 root 2. Okay, root 3 plus 1 by 4 root 2. Alright, I hope this is clear. Okay, let us prove this problem. Prove that tan 70 minus tan 20 is equal to 2 tan 50. Okay, how should we solve this problem? See, most of the students will get confused in this type of questions. Tan 70 minus tan 20 is 2 tan 50. Which formula can we apply here? See, we have tan, right? So it is obvious that we can apply tan A plus B or tan A minus B. Okay? Alright. See, we can apply any one of these formulas. It will work. See, how? Let us see. Can we write 70 as 50 plus 20? See, 50 plus 20 is equal to 70, right? If you apply tan on both sides and expand, what do we get? See, tan, and here also tan 70. This is tan A plus B. Okay, we can apply tan A plus B and find its value. Okay, or I told you we can apply this formula also, right? Yes, we can do that also. See, we can write 50 as 70 minus 20, right? Or 70 minus 20 is equal to 50. Apply tan on both sides now. This will be tan 50 is equal to tan 70 minus 20. So we can use A minus B formula also. It is up to you. You use this method, you use tan A plus B, tan A minus B. It doesn't matter. You will get the same answer. Okay. You can still prove that tan 70 minus tan 20 is 2 tan 50. I'll do the problem in this way. I'm expecting you to solve this using tan A minus B formula. Okay. Alright. So expansion of tan A plus B expansion is tan A plus tan B. So this will be tan 50 plus tan 20 divided by 1 minus tan A tan B. 1 minus tan 50 multiplied by tan 20 is equal to, this is tan 70. Okay. Alright. So if you cross multiply, if you send this denominator on the other side, what will happen? This is tan 50 plus tan 20 is equal to tan 70 multiplied by 1 minus tan 50 tan 20. Okay. So if you multiply this, tan 70, okay, minus we need 2 tan, okay, tan 70, tan 50 and tan 20, okay, and here we'll have tan 50 plus tan 20. Alright, now see here, we need 70 minus 20, so 70 is here, right, minus 20, so let us send tan 20 this side. It will be tan 70 minus tan 20 and this term this side, because we need tan 70 minus 20, right, so we have tan 70 minus 20 here. So here this will be tan 50 plus tan 20, okay, this term let us write it here, sorry, we sent tan 20 on the other side, right, so let us write this tan 70, tan 50 and tan 20 is equal to tan 70 minus tan 20. I hope you understood this step. I'll explain you what we did here. We sent this tan 70, 50 and 20 on LHS. So minus became plus and plus tan 20 this side. So plus became minus. It is one and the same. Now can we take tan 50 common from this? Yes. So what do we have? We have 1 plus tan 20 multiplied by tan 70 or tan 70 multiplied by tan 20. We are taking tan 50 common, right? So 1 plus tan 70, 20. This will be equal to tan 70 minus tan 20. We'll use these formulas afterwards. Okay. Now 70. See, 70 and 20 are complementary angles, right? 70 and 20 are complementary angles. We have studied in the 10th standard. 70 plus 20 is 90 degrees. So we can either change 70 degrees or 20 degrees. If you are changing 70, we can write 70 as 70 equal to 90 minus 20. So this will be tan 90 minus 20 multiplied by tan 20. And 1 here, and this is tan 50. So this is tan 50, 1 plus tan 90 minus theta is cot theta, right? So cot 20 multiplied by tan 20. These two are reciprocal functions, right? Which means this will be equal to 1. Or we can write cot as 1 by tan 20, right? So tan 20 cancel. This will be 1 plus 1, 2. So it will be 2 multiplied by tan 50. So we'll have 2 tan 50. So this will be 2 tan 50 is equal to tan 70 minus tan 20 degrees. Okay. So we needed to prove that tan 70 minus tan 20 is 2 tan 50. So you can write this 2 tan 50 on the other side also, right? I hope you understood this. Okay, let us solve this problem now. Very important question. If a plus b is pi by 4, pi by 4 is 45 degrees, right? Then prove that 1 plus tan a multiplied by 1 plus tan b is equal to 2 and cot a minus 1 multiplied by cot b minus 1 is equal to 2. We have these two questions. Okay, so let us solve the first one. See, a plus b is pi by 4 given, right? So we need tan, right? So if we apply tan on both sides and expand, tan a plus b and here tan pi by 4. If you apply tan on both sides and expand, we'll get the required answer. Okay, let us see how. Tan a plus b expansion. See, I wrote the formulas here for you to remember. Okay, for you to refer. Tan a plus tan b divided by 1 minus tan a tan b is equal to tan 45 degrees is 1, right? So this 1 minus tan a tan b goes on the other side. What will it become? It will become 1 into 1 minus tan a tan b. Okay, so 1 into this is equal to the same term, right? 1 minus tan a tan b. Okay, if we send this tan a and tan b this side, what do we have? We have tan a plus tan b plus tan a tan B is equal to 1. Okay, let this be some equation 1. Alright, we'll use this equation now. See, let us take the first one. It is 1 plus tan A multiplied by 1 plus tan B. We need to prove that this multiplication is equal to 2. Let us multiply every term now. 1 into 1 is 1 plus 1 into tan is tan, that is tan B, plus tan A into 1 is tan A, plus tan A into B is, sorry, tan A into tan B is tan A tan B. Okay, now see, this is tan A plus tan B plus tan A tan B. What is that? Tan A plus tan B plus tan A tan B, it is equal to 1. We got it. So in place of this we can write 1 because this whole thing is 1, right? So this is 1 plus 1 equal to 2. So we got the answer 2. Okay, in the same way we can prove cot A minus 1 and cot B minus 1 is equal to 2. Okay, by using this cot. Okay, cot A plus B. So this is the second bit, and see here, anyways, we can use, see, from this we can use cot and derive the answer also. But anyways, cot A plus B, sorry, A plus B is pi by 4. Apply cot on both sides. Cot A plus B will be equal to cot pi by 4. Cot A plus B formula. Cot A cot B minus 1 by cot B plus cot A. So this is cot A cot B minus 1 cot B minus cot A is equal to cot 45 is 1. Okay, so if you send this on the other side, we will have cot B minus cot A here. We will have cot B minus cot A. It was 1 here, 1 into this will give us the same term, right? Cot B minus cot A. Okay. Now, cot B, sorry, it was cot B plus cot A, right? I'm extremely sorry. The expansion will be cot B cot A is equal to 1 here. This cot B cot A goes on the other side. Cot B plus cot A will come here. Okay. Now send this cot B cot A this side. We will have cot A cot B minus cot B minus cot A, and this 1 on the other side. So let us take this as equation 1. Now what is given here? We need to find cot A minus 1 multiplied by cot B minus 1. Multiply this. Cot A into cot B, cot A into 1, cot A, 1 into cot B, right? Minus 1 into minus 1 is plus 1. So this whole term is how much? See, from equation 1, cot A cot B minus cot B cot A is equal to 1. So we have the same thing here. So it is equal to 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. Okay. See, trigonometry problems are not difficult. They are very easy, and there are many methods of solving a single problem. Okay. Okay. Let us solve this problem now. Sin alpha is 1 by root 2. Sin beta is 1 by root 5 given, and alpha beta are acute angles, and we should show that alpha plus beta is pi by 4. There are many methods of solving this problem. In fact, any trigonometry problem can be solved in many methods. Okay, whichever is easy for you, you do that method. Whichever method you understood, and if you find easy, you do that method. Okay. All right. Sin alpha is 1 by root 10. Sin beta is 1 by root 5, and we need to find alpha plus beta. Okay. So see, one method of solving this is, we can find sin alpha plus beta. What is sin alpha plus beta? It is sin alpha cos beta plus cos alpha sin beta. Okay, if you can find this, and whatever value we are getting, compare that with sin alpha plus beta, we'll get the angle alpha plus beta. Okay, so to find that, we need sin alpha. Okay, sin alpha is there. We need cos beta. Cos beta is not there. Let us find cos beta. We need cos alpha also. Cos alpha is not there. Let us find cos alpha. Sin beta is given. Okay. Sine alpha is given. Can we find cos alpha? Yes. Okay. Sine square alpha plus cos square alpha is equal to 1, right? And alpha and beta are acute, which means, okay, cos beta will be positive, cos alpha will also be positive. Okay, let us find out. So alpha is given, right? So if you send sine on the other side, it will be 1 minus sine square theta. Send square on the other side, it will be plus minus root, but alpha is acute, so I am taking only plus value. So 1 minus, this is 1 by 10. Sine square alpha, right? Sine square means 1 square, root 10 square is 10. So this will be 10 minus 1 by 10. It will be root 9. Root 9 by 10. Root 9 is how much? It is equal to 3 divided by root 10 will come here. Okay. So cos alpha is 3 by root 10. So let us write here cos alpha is 3 by root 10. Okay. Similarly, let us find cos beta. Let us find here cos beta will be under root of 1 minus sine square beta. 1 minus 1 by 5. Because we have sine square beta. Sine beta is 1 by root 5. Sine square will be 1 square, root 5 square. Now this is 5 minus 1 by 5. So this will be a root 4 by 5. Root 4 is 2 by root 5. Okay. So cos beta is how much? 2 by root 5. Okay. So cos beta is 2 by root 5. 2 by root 5. Now we have all the required values, right? To find sine alpha plus beta. Sine alpha plus beta is sine alpha cos beta. Sine alpha 1 by root 10 multiplied by cos beta 2 by root 5 plus cos alpha 3 by root 10 multiplied by sine beta 1 by root 5. Denominators are same, right? Root 10, root 5, root 10, root 5. So can we write it root 50? Yes. 1 into 2 is 2, 3 into 1 is 3. So this is 5 by root 50. Now, how can we write 5 by root 50? How can we write root 50? Root 50 is same as 25 multiplied by 2, right? So this is 5. Root 25 is 5, root 2 is root 2 only. So 5 will get cancelled, we'll have 1 by root 5, right? So we have sine alpha plus beta is equal to 1 by root 2. Sorry, 1 by root 2. Okay, I told root 5, right? This is 1 by root 2. So when is sine value 1 by root 2? Sine is 1 by root 2 when alpha plus beta should be 45, right? See? We got this sine alpha plus beta is 1 by root 2. We know sine 45 degrees or pi by 4 is 1 by root 2, right? So here this pi by 4 should be equal to 45. Pi by 4 is equal to how much? Sorry, alpha plus beta is equal to pi by 4. Okay, 45 degrees. Alright, I hope this is clear. Okay. Sine A is 12 by 13, cos B is 3 by 5, and neither A nor B lies in the first quadrant. Then find the quadrant in which A plus B lies. Okay. Now, see, we are given sine A 12 by 13. This is positive, right? And this is also positive. So, if you recall all silver teacups concept, all silver teacups concept, here all the trigonometric ratios are positive. Here only sine and its reciprocal cosecant, these two are positive. The remaining four are negative. Here in the third, tan and cot are positive, right? The remaining four are negative. Here in the fourth quadrant, cos and its reciprocal, these two are positive and the remaining four are negative. Now sine is positive and A is not in the first quadrant. Sine A is positive and A is not in the first quadrant. So in the first quadrant, all the ratios are positive and it is clearly mentioned A is not in the first one. Okay, so where should A be now? Positive, sine should be positive. Is sign positive in this? No. Is sign positive in this? No. Sign is positive in this, right? So A should be in the second quadrant. So A lies in second quadrant. Why do we need this information? See, we are finding where A plus B lies. We'll find using sin A plus B formula, and we'll find that using cos A plus B formula. If we expand sin A plus B and cos A plus B, see, in sin A plus B, sin A cos B, cos A sin B. Okay. So sin A is 12 by 13 given. We'll have sin A. We should also find cos A, right? So what will be the value of cos A and what will be its sine? To find the sine, we should know where A is lying, right? So that's why we should find out where this angle A is lying. So angle A lies in the second quadrant. Alright? Okay. So A lies in the second quadrant. Now let us worry about B. Cos B 3 by 5 and it is positive. Cos is positive and it is clearly mentioned B does not lie in the first quadrant. So here everything is positive, right? But B doesn't lie here. So cos is positive. Will it lie here? No. In this cos is negative. In this also cos is negative. In the fourth quadrant cos is positive, which means B lies in the fourth quadrant. Okay. So with this information, let us find the values of what cos B is given, right? Sin B and cos A. Okay. See, we will use this sin A plus B. Expansion of this is sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Okay. So what is sin A? 12 by 13 multiplied by cos B is 3 by 5. Plus we need to find cos A and sin B. Let us find cos A sin B. What is given? Sin A 12 by 13. So what will be cos A? It will be root of 1 minus 12 by 13 whole square. See, we are using this identity. Sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 100. To find the value of cos square A, let us send sin on the other side. It will be sin square A, and square goes on the other side, becomes root. We are using that identity, right? Okay. Let us write the sign afterwards. So this is 1 minus 144 by 169. So denominators are different. Multiply the denominators. Cross multiply the numbers. This will be, don't forget root. So this will be 25 by 169 under root 5 by 13. Okay. Okay. Now cos A is equal to how much? It is 5 by 13. Now cos A is 5 by 13. Okay. Will it be minus 5 by 13 or plus 5 by 13? See, A lies in second quadrant. In second quadrant, cos is negative, right? So we'll have negative. So this is minus 5 by 13 multiplied by, let us find sin B now. Okay, we have cos B. It will be 4 by 5. See, this is a famous triangle, right? 5, 3, 4. If we consider theta here, okay, sorry, theta will be 3 will be here, this will be 4. Because cos B is adjacent by hypotenuse. This is adjacent, this is hypotenuse, right? So this will be 4, which is opposite. So sine will be opposite by hypotenuse, it will be 4 by 5. Okay, or you can use the identity like we found cos A and find out, right? What we are finding? We are finding sin B. So sin B will be equal to 1 minus cos square B under root. So 1 minus, this is how much? 9 by 25. Okay. So this will be 25 minus 9 by 25. So 25 minus 9, 16. 16 by 25 is 4 by 5. Okay. So we have sin B is equal to 4 by 5. Will it be minus 4 by 5 or plus 4 by 5? See, B lies in the fourth quadrant, and in the fourth quadrant sign is negative. So this will be negative 4 by 5. Okay. So this is minus 4 by 5. Okay. So we have sine A, cos A, sine B, and cos B is also there, right? Cos B is 3 by 5. So how much is this now? 36 divided by 65, minus into minus plus 65 here, this is 20. So this will be 56 by 65. So this is a positive value, right? Sine A plus B is plus 56 by 65. Okay. Let us find cos A plus B now. Okay. See, we need to find where A plus B is lying. Okay. So here everything is positive, here sine is positive and cosecant is positive, right? Now sine is positive. Okay. So sine is positive means this A plus B will either lie in the first quadrant or in the second quadrant, right? Because here sine is positive, here also sine is positive. Okay, we are not sure in which quadrant will it lie, but we are sure that it will lie in one of these two quadrants, because sine is positive here in the second and here in the first. If we find cos value, cos A plus B, and if it is plus, if it is a positive number, it will lie in the first quadrant. I'll explain. Let us find out first. Let us find cos A plus B. Okay. Cos A plus B is cos A cos B minus sine A sine B. Okay. Practice the formulas. Cos A plus B in cos will have minus, right? Cos A cos B minus sine A sine B. What is cos A? Minus 5 by 13 multiplied by cos B is 3 by 5 minus sine A. Sine A 12 by 13 multiplied by sine B minus 4 by 5. Okay. So this is 65 minus 15. This is plus minus into minus plus 65 and 48. Okay. So this will be equal to how much now? 48 minus 15. So 33 by 65. So this is also positive. Okay. So A plus B. See, cos is also positive and sine is also positive. If you recall this, here sine positive, cosecant positive. Here tan positive, cot positive. Here cosecant, cos positive, secant positive, right? Now this is one angle, A plus B is one angle, this is one angle, right? So both are positive, both will be positive. Where is sine and cos positive? Here in the first quadrant. Here only sine is positive. Okay, cos is negative. So A plus B obviously doesn't lie in the second quadrant, right? Because A plus B cos is positive we got, but cos is negative here. Okay. Of course, it will not lie in third quadrant because both sine and cos should be negative. Okay. But here we got positive values. Okay. Here sine should be negative, but here we got sine positive. Okay. So cos, this A plus B doesn't lie in this second, not in the third, not in the fourth. It will lie in the first quadrant. So where does A plus B angle lie? It will lie in the first quadrant. Okay. It will lie in the first quadrant. Okay. We have a very easy problem now. Find tan pi by 4 plus a in terms of tan a, and find cot pi by 4 plus a in terms of cot a. This is tan pi by 4 plus a. Okay. We need to find tan pi by 4 plus a in terms of tan a. So this is like tan a plus b, right? So tan a plus b expansion, it is tan a plus tan b divided by 1 minus tan a tan b. So tan pi by 4 is 1 plus tan b divided by 1 minus, this is 1 into tan b is tan b. Okay, what a blunder. See, I'm extremely sorry. We don't have b here, we have pi by 4 and a. So, shoot, I'm making silly mistakes in this video, right? So we got the value of tan pi by 4 plus a in terms of tan a. Alright, now, how clumsy of me, right? Cot pi by 4 plus a in terms of cot a. Cot pi by 4 plus a, cot a plus b formula, right? So it is cot a is pi by 4, cot b a minus 1 by cot b, that is cot a plus cot a pi by 4. So this is 1 into cot a is cot a minus 1. This is cot a plus 1 because cot pi by 4 is 1. So we found the value of cot pi by 4 plus a in terms of cot a. Okay. Okay. We need to prove that cos 9 plus sin 9 divided by cos 9 minus sin 9 is equal to cot 36 degrees. Okay. Alright. How should we prove this? Using these formulas. See? How should we prove it? Check. We need cos 36. Right? So can we use cot a plus b? A plus b should be 36. Or a minus b should be 36, right? But we have 9 and 9 here. See, this form is looking like one of these RHS 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, either like this, like this, like this, like this, numerator, denominator, right? So can we write this in one of these forms? How can we write? See, we have tan and we have cot. Okay, so if we can divide this by cos 9, if we can divide numerator denominator by cos 9 or by sin 9 also will work. Okay, let us find out. See, let us divide numerator and denominator by cos 9. So all the terms should be divided, right? Cos 9 plus sin 9, we have cos 9 minus sin 9. So let us divide by cos 9. So we divided the numerator, let us divide the denominator. So this is 1 now. 1 plus, this is tan 9 divided by, this is 1 minus tan 9. Okay, can we write 1 as tan 45? Yes, this is tan 45 and here this is 1 minus. Can we write this as 1 plus tan 9, 1 into tan 9 and this one let us write it as tan 45. Okay. Now see, this is like this. Tan a plus b by 1 minus tan a tan b. Right. So it is tan a plus b. So this will be equal to how much? This will be equal to tan 45 plus 9. See here, it is in this form, right? Tan a plus tan b, 1 minus tan a tan b. A is how much? A is 45, b is 9. So we are writing it in the reverse, tan a plus b. So tan a plus b is how much now? Tan 45 plus 9. Okay, 45 plus 9 is equal to how much? This is tan 54 degrees. Okay, we got tan 54. Good, let me rub this. We got tan 54. This whole thing, cos 9 plus sin 9 divided by cos 9 minus sin 9, we got tan 54. But we need cot 36. We got cot 36. See, tan 54 and tan cot 36 are same. How? Can we write 54 as, see, can we write 54 as 90 minus 36? Yes. So tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. So it is cot 36 only, right? So we got the answer. So what did we do? We divided numerator denominator by cos 9. Okay. Alright. We could have divided numerator denominator by sin 9 also. let us see. Okay, if we divide by sine 9, cos by sine plus sine by sine divided by cos by sine minus sine by sine. So this will be cot 9 plus 1 by cot 9 minus 1. Okay, so can we write this one as cot 45? Yes. Okay, so what do we have? Cot 9 plus 45. Okay, how can we write? Okay, I wrote cot A minus B as cot A cot B minus 1, right? So this is plus actually. Okay, so we can write it in this form. So we had cot 9 plus 1, right? So here if I write 1, so and in that place if I write cot 45, okay, now this is cot A cot B, or let us write 45 first. So this will be cot 45 multiplied by cot 9 plus 1. Okay, because cot 45 is 1 only, right? So we had cot 9 plus 1 divided by cot 9 minus 1. So this is cot 9, and here in place of 1 let us write cot 45. So this is of this form now. Cot A cot B plus 1 cot B minus cot A. So B is 9, A is 45, right? So can we write it as cot A minus B? Yes, cot A is how much? 45. B is 9. So cot 45 minus 9 is cot 36. So cot 36, okay? So observe the problem carefully and check which identity or which formula can we apply. Okay. We have a very interesting and confusing problem here. Show that cos 42, cos 78, cos 162 addition of these three is equal to 0. Okay, what should we do now? See, cos 42, cos 78. How can we write cos 42 and cos 78 and cos 162 and get 0? See, we know the value of cos 60, right? Cos 60 we know, right? Cos 90 we know, cos 180 we know. See, cos 60, cos 90, okay? And cos 180 we know, right? Okay. So here 48. So to write 42, to write 42 in terms of 60, how can we write cos 60 minus 18? Okay. Here cos 180 minus 18, right? 162 is 180 minus 18. 78. Okay, 90 minus 18. 18. See, 18 should be the same number here. 18 should be the common number in this, but 90 minus 18 will not give us 78, right? So let us do one thing. Let us write this 78 as 60 plus 18, because we'll have 18 here, 18 here, and 18 here, right? So this is cos 60 plus 18. Okay. All right. Now, see, we have minus 18 here, we have plus 18 here. So if we expand this cos A minus B using cos A minus B, cos A plus B, one term should get cancelled because we have minus and we have plus here. Let us expand this cos A minus B. Cos A minus B formula is what? Cos A cos B, okay? Cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. This term is done. Plus, let us expand this term. Cos A cos B minus sin A sin B plus cos 180 minus 18. So we have studied in the previous videos cos 180 minus theta. At 180 the trigonometric ratio will not change, cos will remain cos, so this is cos theta. But 180 minus theta is in the second quadrant, so we'll have negative, right? Negative cos, so this will be minus cos theta. In place of theta we have 18, it will be minus cos 18. Okay, so what can we do from here now? See, sine 60, sine 18, sine 60, sine 18 got cancelled, right? We have this 2 times. So this is 2 cos 60 cos 18 minus cos 18 is left. Okay, so this is 2, see, cos 60. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 cos 18 minus cos 18. This 2 will get cancelled, right? So cos 18 minus cos 18, it is equal to 0. Alright. Okay, we have a very easy question, okay, but very interesting one. See how we can solve this. Root 3 sine theta plus cos theta should be expressed as sine of an angle. That means this root 3 sine theta plus cos theta should be sine some angle. Okay. So if you observe the formulas carefully, see, we have one term multiplied number multiplied by sine plus cos theta. So check here, we have minus sign, we have plus sign, so obviously this will not work. So we have this formula, right? Sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Okay, see, we are using that because we want the result as sine angle. So this, if we write it reverse, sin A plus B will come, right? So how can we convert this one in this form, sin A cos B? Let us write, how can we convert that in sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Okay, so see, we have sin theta, sin A. So let us write cos B here now. Cos B sin A. So theta is A, right? Theta is A. So to write root 3, cos B is not root 3, right? Cos will not be root 3, but it will be root 3 by 2. Okay, yes. So it should have been root 3 by 2, right? Because in cos values, we will not have root 3, we will have root 3 by 2. Okay, cos 30 is root 3 by 2, right? So that's why we have root 3 by 2. But can we just divide this number by 2 like that? No, we need to multiply here also, right? Because multiplication and this division will get cancelled, 2 by 2 will get cancelled, we'll have root 3. So this 2 root 3 by 2 is same as root 3 sin theta only, right? So here also we need sin B. So how can we write sin B now? See, let us multiply by 1 by 2 and here 2. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled, we'll have cos A only here, cos theta only, right? So now, can we take 2 common from these two terms? Yes, if you take 2 common, what is left? Root 3 by 2 sin theta plus cos theta multiplied by 1 by 2 will be left. This 2 also we took common. So this is 2 multiplied by root 3 by 2. See, cos B is root 3 by 2 and sin B is 1 by 2. Which means B is equal to how much? Sin is 1 by 2 when B is 30 degrees, right? Sin 30 is 1 by 2, cos 30 is also 1 by 2. So we can write this as cos 30 degrees multiplied by sin theta plus cos theta multiplied by sin 30 degrees. Now it is of this form, cos A sin B plus cos A sin B. So we can write that as, see, this two don't forget, we can write this as sin A plus B, which is 30 plus theta, or you can write this as 2 sin theta plus 30 also. Because A is theta, right? So let us write A first, theta plus 30 degrees. So we wrote this, we express this in sine of angle. Okay, let us solve this problem. Sin square theta plus sin square theta minus pi by 3 plus sin square theta, one is plus, sorry. Theta plus pi by 3 plus sin square theta minus pi by 3 is equal to 3 by 2. We should prove that this whole thing is equal to 3 by 2. Okay. So sine square theta, can we write this as whole square? Yes, it is same thing, right? Sine square theta plus pi by 3 is same as sine theta plus pi by 3 square, plus here also let us change it and write it as whole square. Okay, now let us apply sine a plus b, because it is sine a plus b form and this is sine a minus b form, right? Okay, see, let us expand. This is sine square theta plus sine a plus b. Okay, so this is sine a cos b, right, plus cos a sine b, don't forget square, plus we have sine a cos b minus cos a sine b whole square. Okay, now see, this is sine theta. If we have a plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square, if you expand this and add, what do we get? See, a square b square plus 2ab plus a square b square minus 2ab. These two terms will get cancelled, right? Can we take this as 2a square 2b square, a square, b square, b square? Yes. Can we take 2 common and write it as a plus b whole square? Yes. Okay, 2 multiplied by a plus b whole square. Or you can expand, see, you can expand this and expand this. So the middle term 2ab and 2ab's will get cancelled, right? So it will be 2 into a square plus b square. So this will be sine square theta plus, what do we have now? We'll have 2 multiplied by this. Okay, this is a, alright, and we have b, right? Okay, see, if this is confusing, let us expand this. Sine square theta cos square pi by 3 plus cos square theta sine square pi by 3 plus 2 sine theta cos pi by 3 cos theta sine pi by 3 plus same thing with minus sign here, right? So sine square theta cos square pi by 3 plus cos square theta sine square pi by 3 minus 2 sine cos pi by 3 cos theta sine pi by 3. So this term will get cancelled now, right? One is plus, one is minus. So let me remove this. Okay. So see, what do we have? We have sine square theta plus sine square, and this is 2 times 2 sine square theta cos square pi by 3 plus this is also twice, so cos square sine square pi by 3. Okay, all right, what should we do now? What is cos square pi by 3? See, we have sine square theta plus 2 into sine square theta cos pi by 3. Pi by 3 is 60. What is cos 60? Cos 60 is 1 by 2. So we have 1 by 2 square here. Cos square theta. Okay. Multiplied by sine square pi by 3. Okay. What is sine square pi by 3? Pi by 3 is 60. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. So this is root 3 by 2 whole square. So we have sine square theta plus 2 into sine square theta multiplied by 1 square by 4. So this will be divided by 4 plus here root 3, that is root 3 square will be 3, cos square theta divided by 4 will be left here. Okay, I hope this is clear. Let me rub this part now. We need to get 3 by 2. Okay, So what do we have now? We have sine square theta plus, multiply this, 2 sine square theta by 4 plus 6 cos square theta by 4. So this and this will get cancelled. This is 3, this is 2 now, right? So finally we have sine square plus sine square divided by 2 plus 3 cos square theta divided by 2. If you add this, see, 1 into 2 is 2. If you cross multiply, this will be 2 sine square theta plus sine square theta, 3 cos square theta by 2. So 2 sine square theta plus sine square theta is 3. So it will be 3 sine square theta by 2. Can we take 3 by 2 common? Yes, we'll have sine square theta plus cos square theta, but this is equal to 1, right? So this is 3 by 2. 3 by 2 multiplied by 1 will give us 3 by 2, right? We needed to prove that it is 3 by 2. Okay. Easy problem here. If A, B, C are angles of a triangle and if none of them is equal to pi by 2, then prove that tan A plus tan B plus tan C is tan A multiplied by tan B multiplied by tan C. Let us prove the first one. See, A, B, C are angles of a triangle. That means if we add this 3, it should be equal to 180 degrees, right? It should be equal to pi. Okay. So see, A plus B will be equal to 180 minus C. If you send C on the other side, and if you apply tan on both sides, this will be tan A plus B is equal to tan 180 minus C. Okay. Tan A plus B formula, tan A plus B formula, write it. Tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A tan B is equal to tan 180 minus C. What is tan 180 minus theta? Tan 180 minus theta. At 180 the ratios will not change, so tan will remain tan. So it should be tan theta. But what about the sign? 180 minus theta lies in the second quadrant. So in the second quadrant tan is negative, so we'll have minus tan theta. In the same way we'll have minus tan C here. Okay. Now if you send this 1 minus tan A tan B on the other side, we will have tan A plus tan B is equal to tan C minus tan C multiplied by 1 minus tan A tan B. So if you multiply, this will be tan C plus tan A tan B tan C. Here on LHS we'll have tan A tan B, right? You can send this minus tan C this side, so this will become plus tan C is equal to tan A multiplied by tan B multiplied by tan C. Tan A plus tan B plus tan C is tan A multiplied by tan B multiplied by tan C. We proved the first one, right? Okay. Now, in the same problem, in place of tan, can we write 1 by cot? Yes, 1 by cot. 1 by cot A, 1 by cot B, 1 by cot C is equal to 1 by cot A, 1 by cot B, 1 by cot C. If we use cots here, in place of all the 6 tans, if we use cot, we'll get the second bit. Or we can find it in another method. Like I told you, there are many methods of solving a single problem in trigonometry, right? So A plus B plus C is 180. A plus B is 180 minus C. Now apply cot on both sides. So cot A plus B is equal to cot 180 minus C. Cot 180 minus C. At cot the ratios will not change. So it will be cot C only. But 180 minus C lies in the second quadrant, right? So cot is negative. So minus cot C will come here. Cot A plus B expansion. Cot A plus B expansion. Cot A, cot B minus 1 divided by cot B plus cot A. So if you cross multiply, cot B, cot A goes on the other side, right? So this will be cot A, cot B minus 1. So cot C multiplied by cot B plus cot A. So this will be cot C cot B minus cot C cot A. Here we'll have cot A cot B minus 1. So this two minus signs comes this side and this minus 1 goes on the other side. So minus 1 goes on the other side plus 1. Cot A cot B, and here it is plus cot C cot B plus cot C cot A. So we got this. Okay, it should be equal to 1, right? Okay, a very interesting question here. A, B, C, okay, let A, B, C be angles of a triangle. This is actually angles of a triangle, okay, such that cot A plus cot B plus cot C is root 3, then prove that ABC is an equilateral triangle. Okay, alright, what is given to us? Cot A plus cot B plus cot C is given. Cot A, cot B, cot C is root 3 given, right? See, squaring on both sides. See, if you have A plus B plus C whole square, what is this expansion? It is A square, B square, C square plus 2 into AB, 2 into BC, 2 into CA. We can take 2 common in this term, right? So it will be AB, BC plus CA, and you'll have A square, B square and C square here. It will be like this, right? So if you square on both sides, the square root will get cancelled. Here you will have 3, right? Okay, let us expand this part. Let us write 3 here. Cot square A plus cot square B plus cot square C plus 2 into cot A cot B, right, plus cot B cot C plus cot C cot A. This should be equal to 3. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, now let us keep this aside. In the previous problem, what did we get? See, if A, B, C are triangles, so we wrote it like this, right? A plus B plus C is 180 degrees and C goes on the other side, right? Okay, and if you apply cot on both sides, cot 180 minus C, we had this as minus C, okay, and here cot A cot B plus 1 by, sorry, we have plus here, right? So it should be minus cot B plus cot A, right? We simplified this, right, in the previous problem, and this goes on the other side. What did we get? We got cot A cot B plus cot B cot C plus cot C cot A is equal to 1, isn't it? We got the same thing in the previous problem. So what do we have here? We have 2 cot A cot B, same thing. See, cot A cot B plus cot B cos C plus cot A cot C, right? So that should be equal to 1. So this is equal to how much? 1. So this is 2 into 1. It should be equal to 3. So let us write it here. 2 into 1 is equal to 3. So 2 1s is 2, right? So this 2 goes on the other side, becomes minus. We'll have 1. So cot square A plus cot square B plus cot square C is equal to 1. Okay. See, from here also you can prove that it is 60 degrees. A is 60, B is 60 and C is also 60. Okay. Because at 60 degrees, what is this? This is 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 whole square, 1 by root 3 whole square, 1 by root 3 whole square. Okay. If A is 60, B is 60, C is 60, only then this expression will become 1. See, this is 1 by root 3 whole square, 1 by root 3 whole square, 1 by root 3 whole square, right? So when A is 60, B is 60, C is 60, we'll have this much, right? So what is this now? In the denominator, we'll have 3. Okay, root 3 square, root 3 square, root 3 square, square root will get cancelled. We'll have 3 here. 1 plus 1 plus 1. So this will be 3 by 3. It will be equal to 1. When is it possible? Only if 3 angles are equal to 60 degrees, which means it should be an equilateral triangle, right? Triangle ABC should be an equilateral triangle. Okay. like that we can prove, or see what can we do now. What do we have? We have cot A, cot B, cot C is equal to 1. So cot A, cot B, cot C is equal to 1. So see, I rubbed that part, right? Okay, so I rubbed that part, right? Okay, anyways, from here let us multiply both sides by 2. Okay, so this will be 2 cot square A, 2 cot square B, 2 cot square C is equal to 2 into 1. This part I rubbed, right? It was cot A cot B plus cot B cot C plus cot C cot A is equal to 1 from the previous problem, right? So in place of this 1, let us write this everything. Cot A cot B cot C plus cot C cot A, like this. Okay, all right. So see here, this is 2 cot square A plus 2 cot square B, 2 cot square C. Okay, let us write these terms this side. Minus 2 cot A cot B, we are multiplying and writing, minus 2 cot B cot C minus 2 cot C cot A is equal to 0. Okay, because nothing is left on RHS now. So this is 2 cot square A. See, let us write 1 cot square A, and here 1 cot square B. Okay, and this minus 2 cot A cot B, this is 1. Okay, let us write cot square B plus cot square C, 1 cot square C minus this 2 cot B cot C, this is 1 term. See, cot square B is 2 cot square B, right? Okay, what is left now? 1 cot square will be left. Cot square A plus cot square C minus 2 cot C cot A is equal to 0. This is another term now. See, we have 2 cot square A. So here we have cot square A, here we have cot square A. So it is 2 cot square A. Cot square B, 2 cot square B. Cot square C, 2 cot square C. And we have this 1, 2 and 3. Okay. Alright. Let me rub this part now. So see, this is A square plus B square minus 2AB, right? So it should be A minus B whole square. This is A square plus 2AB minus 2AB. It should be A minus B whole square. And this one, A minus B whole square, right? Cot A minus cot C whole square. This is equal to 0. Alright, now see, this is a square number, this is a square number, and this is a square number. So everything should be positive here, right? So this is a positive number, see, right? So even if you take a negative number and square that, we should get a positive number here. Positive number, addition of a positive number and addition of a positive number should be equal to 0. When is it possible? If you write 1 here and 0, 0 here, do you think it will be equal to 1? No, right? If you write minus 1 here and if these two are 0, zeros, do you think it will be equal to 1? No, right? See, this will be equal to 0 only if every number here is 0. This should also be 0, this should also be 0, this should also be 0. So 0 square is 0, 0 square is 0, 0 square is 0. So we should have 0 here, right? We will get 0. If we have only, see, you have square number, square number, square number. It is 0 only in one case in which all these three numbers are zeros. Even if one is non-zero, you will not get 0 here. So which means this should be 0, cot A minus cot B whole square should be 0, right? And cot B minus cot C whole square should be 0, and cot A minus cot C whole square should be 0. So you send square on the other side, root 0 will be 0, right? So what do we have? We have cot A minus cot B is equal to 0. Cot B minus cot C is equal to 0. Cot A minus cot C is equal to 0. Now cot goes on the other side, becomes plus, right? So this will be cot B and this will be cot C, and this is also cot C. So what do we have? We have cot A cot B equal cot B cot C equal cot A cot C equal. So which means angle A will be equal to angle B equal to angle C. Okay. So all the three angles are equal, which means the triangle ABC is equilateral triangle. Okay. Okay. This will be the last problem in this video. Suppose x is tan A, y is tan B, z is tan C, and none of A, B, C are multiples of pi by 2. That I did not write. Prove that sigma x minus y by x plus y is equal to, this is multiplication of x minus y by 1 plus xy. See, this is summation, this is multiplication, right? So, see, what do we mean by multiplication here? This actually is like this, x minus y by 1 plus xy. Summation means plus, right? So x minus y we did. See, if you have x, y and z, x minus y we did. Now y minus z, 1 plus yz. Now z minus x in order, x minus y minus z, z minus x. Z minus x by 1 plus zx is equal to, this is multiplication of x minus y by 1 plus xy. Okay, so see, x minus y, multiplication of y minus z by 1 plus yz, and multiplication z minus x by 1 plus zx. We should prove that this whole thing is equal to like this. So this will become very lengthy, right? Okay, so to make things easier, let us take see, A as, see, this is what, tan A, see, this is sigma tan A minus tan B divided by 1 plus tan A tan B, right? So this is summation of tan A minus B formula, right? Tan A minus B formula. So this is tan A minus B. Okay. So if you remove this sigma, it will be tan A minus B plus tan B minus C plus tan C minus A, right? So it will become very lengthy. So in place of A minus B, let us take P. A minus B is P, and let us take this Q as B minus C and Q R C minus A. Okay, like this. So if you add this PQR, P plus Q plus R will be equal to A minus B plus B minus C plus C minus A plus A minus B plus B minus C plus C is 0, right? So we have PQR is equal to 0. This R goes on the other side, becomes minus R. Now if you apply tan on both sides, P plus Q is equal to tan minus R. So this is tan R, right? Because tan minus theta is minus tan theta. So this will be tan P plus tan Q divided by 1 minus tan P tan Q. If you send this on the other side, we will have tan P plus tan Q is equal to minus tan R multiplied plus tan P, tan Q and tan R will be left here, right? Okay. So send tan R this side, it will become plus tan R is equal to this much. Okay, I dropped the marker. Okay. Now we have tan P. See here, what do we have? We got the answer tan P, tan Q plus tan r is equal to multiplication tan p, tan q and tan r, right? So what is this? This is sigma tan p only, right? Because addition of p, q, r, and this is multiplication of tan p. So sigma tan, what is p? A minus b, okay, is equal to multiplication of tan A minus b. If you expand this, you will have this only, right? Which is equal to how much? See, if you expand tan A minus b, it is tan A minus tan b by 1 plus tan A tan b, which will be equal to this. So sigma of sigma x minus y, x by y is equal to how much finally? It is equal to multiplication of x minus y. Tan A minus b again, 1 plus xy. Okay. Alright. The video was quite lengthy, right?